The texture of some 3D objects, such as extrudes, are highly editable using the Texture tool located on the basic tool set. It allows you to control the texture of every face of an object. This tool does not work on hardscape objects, but let's take a look at it using one of our extrudes. I'm going to increase the extrude parameters so we can see the textures better. To do that, select the object, then in the Object Info palette, edit the extrude field. Let's do 5 feet. The first option in the mode bar is the Apply to Object mode. With this mode selected, the texture will apply to all faces of the object, which is essentially what we're already looking at. The second object is the Apply to Face mode. This mode allows you to edit one face at a time. Let's select Apply to Face mode. Then to the left, there's a texture field. This is where you'll select the desired texture using the drop-down menu. You can choose a texture from the current file or using the Vectorworks library. Once a texture has been selected, hover the cursor over the face you'd like to change. The face will be highlighted red. Once the correct face is highlighted, click the mouse to apply the new texture. As you can see, every face can be a different texture. Let's give several of the faces a matching texture. The third option in the mode bar is the Replace Matching Texture mode. That will change all the matching textures for the selected object to a different texture. Let's change the paver texture to brick. The 3 faces that were pavers are now brick. Let's change the view to the other side. The face with the stone texture remains unchanged. The last mode is the Pickup mode. This will allow you to sample a texture and then apply it using either the Apply to Object mode or Apply to Face mode. Let's change the top face to match the stone texture. Click Pickup mode. Then click on the desired texture in the drawing area. Notice that updated the texture field in the mode bar. Now select the Apply to Face mode and click on the top face. The Texture tool adds a lot of flexibility to extrudes and other simple 3D objects. Let's go to the Render tab in the Object Info palette. Now that the extrude has been modified using the Texture tool, there are additional options that can be controlled here. Let's increase the width of the Object Info palette so we can see this a little better. There are face overrides for the sides and top. Select any one of the textures and the corresponding face will be highlighted in the drawing area. We can change or modify the texture here. The Texture tool is a great way to customize a simple 3D object, such as extrudes. You can use extrudes and hardscapes interchangeably, but as a rule of thumb, I use the Hardscape tool for horizontal hardscapes on the ground level, because if I'm building a site model, the hardscapes can be used as site modifiers. You'll also want to use the Hardscape tool if you plan to use worksheets for estimating and bidding. I use extrudes for vertical objects such as stairs in the landscape and custom features like built-in benches. As a beginner, either an extrude turned into an auto-hybrid or a hardscape will accomplish the same goal, but as you start to learn some of the more advanced features, you'll want to learn how to use smart objects such as hardscapes.